Who should win the Ballon d'Or 2025? Guys, we have the top contenders like Dembele, Rafinha, Lamine Yamal, Mohamed Salah, Desiree Doué, Kvicha Kvaratskhelia, Achraf Hakimi, Nuno Mendes, Vitinha, Pedri, Victor Gyökeres, Kylian Mbappe. Of course, we have all those. Now, all of these are like, in the top 10 or top 15 or whatever, but they're not the favorites. Okay, some of them were the favorites, like for example Mohamed Salah. He was one of the favorites. He was actually the best, like the most favorite to win the Ballon d'Or in the first half of the season last season. Okay, as we all know, because he was scoring and assisting like crazy. He won the Premier League. He even got the Golden Boot in the Premier League last season. I think he even topped the assist charts last season in the Premier League. Of course he did. But he's not the favorite to win the Ballon d'Or. You know why? Because in the first half of the season, he performed well. But in the second, he didn't. And then, of course, there are other contenders like Nuno Mendes, Achraf Hakimi, the best fullbacks in the world, of course. But even them, they can win the Ballon d'Or because there are even bigger contenders in this list. Of course, Kvicha Kvaratskhelia, of course, he won four trophies last season, because he was on loan to PSG from Napoli for half of the season. And of course, there's also Desiree Doué, the young teenager who scored a lot of goals. He scored in the Champions League, 2 goals, 1 assist in the Champions League. There's of course Kylian Mbappe, who scored like 40 plus goals in his debut season for Real Madrid, but it was not enough because he didn't win anything with Real Madrid last season except for the UEFA Super Cup. But he himself was a very fantastic player last season. He was a very big threat, to be honest. As a Barcelona fan, I have to say that Ousmane Dembele's performance last season, Kylian Mbappe's performance last season was amazing. Vitinha from PSG also won the treble and won the Nations League as well. But also not that enough to win the Ballon d'Or. But guys, if we look at the top contenders, now I'm talking about the top, then it's Rafinha, Lamine Yamal, and Ousmane Dembele. These are the top contenders to win the Ballon d'Or. There is no one above these guys, and I'm pretty sure about that. Now let's have a look at these dudes when it came to last season. And first of all, let's actually have a look at what it takes to win the Ballon d'Or. So if you want to win the Ballon d'Or, you need to have a very good individual performance. So your performance should be good. No matter on which position you're in, if your performance is good, you can win the Ballon d'Or. The second category to win the Ballon d'Or is that your team, what your team achieves. And this is the reason why Kylian Mbappe cannot win the Ballon d'Or, because his individual performance was good, but his team did not achieve anything like special. They only got the UEFA Super Cup, which is not even a trophy for this season. It's for the last season. And of course, they didn't win anything. They didn't win the La Liga, so the Supercopa de España, Copa del Rey, the Champions. They didn't win anything. But his performance was good. That's the only reason why he's in the list. But he's not the favorite to win the Ballon d'Or. And the third category to win the Ballon d'Or is fair play. So your behavior on the pitch. Are you fighting on the pitch? Are you kicking punches on your opponents on the pitch? If you're doing all that, you can win the Ballon d'Or. But if your behavior is good on the pitch, then you can win the Ballon d'Or. So these are the requirements or the categories or whatever to win the Ballon d'Or. Now, let's look at Rafinha's performance and achievements and everything in last season. 39 goals, 25 assists. So that's already like 50 plus goal contributions. Won the La Liga, won the Copa del Rey, won the Supercopa de España. So that's the domestic treble. So his performance was good individually. His team did well. So he is in the favorite category to win the Ballon d'Or. Next is Lamine Yamal. 21 goals, 26 assists. So that's like 47 goal contributions, if my math is correct. Won the La Liga, won the Copa del Rey, won the Supercopa de España, just like Rafinha. Now look at the performance that he put. 20 plus goals, 20 plus assists, and won the treble, the domestic treble with Barcelona and Spain. That's why he's in the conversation. And of course, there's also another one that I want to talk about. But he's not one of the biggest contenders to win the Ballon d'Or just because he doesn't have that enough goals. 8 goals, 8 assists, won the treble and the Nations League, who is Vitinha. But he's not one of the favorites, but he was one of the best midfielders from last season. The best, like one of the best, okay? And the last one, guys, of course, is Ousmane Dembele. 37 goals, 16 assists. So that's like 53 goal contributions last season. Won the Champions League, won the Ligue 1, won the Coupe de France, and won another small trophy in PSG, of course. So that's all that he won. Now, who should win the Ballon d'Or? Guys, according to me, and I'm going to be very non-biased here, okay? Dembele is actually the favorite to win the Ballon d'Or. And there's a reason behind that. He won the Champions League, which is the biggest trophy when it comes to club level football. It's the Champions League. It's not the Club World Cup. It's the Champions League, okay? And he won that. Lamine Yamal, he could have won the Ballon d'Or if actually Barcelona went to at least if they reached the final of the Champions League, he could have won the Ballon d'Or. He's above Rafinha when it comes to winning the Ballon d'Or right now. And Rafinha could have won the Ballon d'Or if he actually performed well in the last stages of the season. Because if you look at him in the last stages of the season, he was kind of like his form was starting to drop suddenly. He wasn't scoring or performing the way that Lamine Yamal was performing. So that was like a huge hit to Rafinha's performance and his chances to win the Ballon d'Or. But in that period, Lamine Yamal was still performing. Lamine Yamal was actually performing from the first stage of the season to the last stage. From the first game to the last game, Lamine Yamal was a monster. Okay, he was a monster. He was dribbling. He was gliding past defenders. He was providing assists, providing crosses, shooting from distance, scoring beautiful goals. So we all know that. And he is above Rafinha, even though Rafinha has like 50 plus goal contributions. Lamine Yamal has 47 goal contributions. But still, Lamine Yamal is a bigger contender in the Ballon d'Or. And if Ousmane Dembele does not win it, then it has to be Lamine Yamal and not Rafinha. So that is just something that I want to tell you guys. Now here, guys, of course, everyone has had their, good achievements with the team. Individual performances were very good. But Ousmane Dembele winning the Champions League is a game changer when it comes to winning the Ballon d'Or. Because the Champions League, as I said earlier, it is the biggest trophy in club level. So just because of that, Ousmane Dembele should win the Ballon d'Or this year. From last season performance, of course. He should win it. He should. He just has to. He was the top scorer in the Ligue 1. He was, I don't know about the assists, but he was the top scorer in the Ligue 1. He was the UEFA player of the season from last season. His performances were good. So he just has to win the Ballon d'Or. And he even had 2 assists in the final of the Champions League. So I don't think that Lamine Yamal or Rafinha can come close to winning the Ballon d'Or. If they do, then it's because listen, this is not the Messi and Ronaldo era. There are like a lot of contenders out there. Anyone can win the Ballon d'Or. Last season, Rodri won the Ballon d'Or with only like 16 goals and a couple of assists. So why can't Vitinha do the same this season? Even though I don't think that he's gonna win it, the favorite is clearly it's Ousmane Dembele and no one else. But yeah, guys, Ousmane Dembele, I think that he deserves to win the Ballon d'Or because of course winning the Champions League. And Lamine Yamal and Rafinha, I think that they're very eligible to win the Ballon d'Or in the upcoming years. So I'm not like tensed about that because I know that Lamine Yamal, at least he is gonna win a couple of Ballon d'Ors, not 1 or 2, a couple, like 5, 6 maybe. So yeah, guys, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Now I'll see you on the next video.